discretion is advised.
If you're feeling like a pimp, niggas call pimp.
Awesome sauce. Hello, everyone. It is I, your host, your mentally undeveloped party host, Blind Animal News, the Comic Pimp. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a beautiful, blessed, and amazing evening. This is Awesome Sauce Radio, and I thank you all for joining us tonight. To explain the intro, we as a comic book community, the comic book family, lost a legendary artist, I guess this morning because I got the notification at 12 midnight. We lost John Romita Sr., the artist on Spider-Man, and he was 93, so we're going to have a moment of silence, and then we will go into our regularly scheduled program. So a moment of silence is right now. And God rest the soul of John Romita Sr. Godspeed. I know he's up in heaven, drawing, kicking ass, and taking names. I love his stuff. But before we get into the heart of the episode, I'd like to thank my sponsors. I'd like to give some shout-outs. Because I don't do this alone. There's a lot of people behind the camera, in front of the camera, who help Awesome Sauce Radio be the show it is. Because we don't need set to have a vision. It's not what happens to us, it's what we do about it. Remember, chase your dreams, you just might catch them. Of course, I want to thank the Big Apple Comic-Con. Big Apple Comic-Con will be coming back to you sometime soon. I don't have an exact date yet. I haven't talked to Mr. Carbonero on that. But for all your Big Apple Comic-Con needs, BigAppleCC.com. Tell them Blind Adam sent you. Of course, you can always check out Neat Stuff Collectibles on eBay, as well as Michael Carbonero's Universe on eBay. I'll tell Michael Carbonero Blind Adam sent you to Big Apple Comic-Con and all his other stuff. I also want to give a huge shout out to Exotica Expo. Exotica Expo returns to Miami at the Miami Airport Convention Center on June 14th through the 16th. I may actually be there. If I can get a good deal for Spirit Airlines or Frontier Airlines, I think I'm going to go. Because I want to see the place where Tony Montana, Scarface, was a pimp. But there'll be porn stars, cam models, sex toys, orgies. Exotica Expo is where it's at, yo. So exoticaexpo.com. Tell them about it. I'm sent you. Also, I want to give a big shout out. I still need to talk to him because, the checks haven't cleared yet. But Comics Exposure, www.comicexposure.com. They are one of the leading forces of exclusive variants. They have great deals. They're based in Queens, Flushing, Queens. The Humble Run DMC and shit. But comicsexposure.com is where it's at for all your variant needs. I think they have something dropping soon. I know they dropped a Wednesdays thing a few weeks ago that we showed on here, but www.comicexposure.com. Also want to give a huge shout out to my homies at Bad Dragon, www.bad-dragon.com, for all your adult pleasure toy needs, for all the sex toys. Need to spice it up between the sheets, because Bad Dragons are it can't be beat. They got watachis, wands, hoodies, mugs, cock rings, because they need cockwadoo. So go to www.bad-dragon.com. Tell them what I'm saying. And yeah. I also want to give a shout out to my homies over at Bird City Comics. I need to refind their website and put that in the sponsorship section because I'm a dumbass. But they have an amazing Void Rivals or Boy Rivals #1, the new Image book out today. They have an exclusive variant there. you know, and you know, check out birdcitycomics.com. Also, want to give a huge shout out to Miss Michaela Cox. Michaela Cox is my partner in crime. We made Project Pegasus together, which you can find on Minivids. She's also helped me out at Las Vegas Comic Con, the amazing Las Vegas Comic Con. If I do go out and open up a comic book store / juice bar back in Las Vegas, she would be one of my featured entertainers because we get it like that. Here at Awesome Sauce Media, we get people paid, we get you laid, we make you made, and bring you all the best in amazing comic news. We serve you girls and guys with truth, justice, the American way. Plus, we get people laid. This is what we do. So Google Miss Michaela Cox. You can follow her on OnlyFans and Thansly and Loyal Fans and Chatterbait. She's awesome. Tell her Blind Adam sent you. I also want to give a big shout out to Maya Romero. If you Google Maya Romero 55 on the internets, I know she's on Twitter at Miss Romero 55, Instagram at Miss Romero 55. I'm not sure what her exact OnlyFans handle is, but tell Maya Romero that Blind Adam sent you, and we're going to be working on some projects soon. Also, would like to thank again Amethyst Pearl for joining the show last night, and I apologize that the live stream ended abruptly for a couple of minutes due to the technical difficulties we had. But, shit happens, as Vince McMahon would say. In live TV, anything goes. Because that's the way it goes. Because the nose always knows. But I also want to give a shout out to JZ Wheels. Tuesday nights, I can't do Tuesday nights without him. Next week, we will have a third episode, which he'll be helping me out with on Thursday night. If I don't decide to bring Captain Mega in there. Of course, check out Comic Crusaders. ComicCrusaders.com. The greatest news site in comic books. Fuck comic book resources. Fuck Bleeding Cool. The only comic book news source you need is ComicCrusaders.com. Hosted by Captain Mega and Flozzy and all the other 15 other characters he plays on this show. But I couldn't do this without him. Everyone should be as blessed as I am to have an Al Mega in their life. I just want to say, before we get into the heart of the show, with everything I want to bring up today, the lesson of the moral of the story from Father Pimp in the ministry of the comic pimp as we testify, is live every day as if it's going to be your last. Hug the people you love. Enjoy everything while you're healthy enough to enjoy it, because you just never know. Life is very short, and it could change. Like, I can snap my fingers and shit when I think I have talent. What's up with that? Yay, I finally got it. But please, enjoy life while you can. It's way too short. There has not been one day this week, from Sunday at the Clifton Comic Con to today, when I haven't heard about someone dying. And it just really has got me thinking, any day above ground is a gift. Any day that no matter how much bullshit we got to deal with, whether we got to pay bills, we don't have enough groceries, we got to do laundry, or whether we're getting a blowjob from a porn star and buying a mint condition Hulk 181 and everything in between, if we're above ground and we can talk and we can breathe and we can do all that cool shit that we all take for granted, then we're winning. So live your life to the fullest, load at 90%, chase your dreams. This is America, where the streets are paved with gold. Whether you have a dollar, a dream, you take the first step, you take one baby step each and every day, and you can make anything in this world happy. Go. Testify. Now I'm going to get a sip of water right here from the Wild Bill Soda mug. Wild Bill Soda is one of the official sodas of Awesome Sauce Radio. But this is not a paid or any type of sponsorship. I just love this stuff. This is the mugs. If you grab this mug and you bring it to convention, you get free refills. Give it. I'm Porky Pig and shit now. But you get free refills of their soda. As I drink some tap water because I'm out of everything and I haven't gone food shopping yet. I don't know if Calamity's in the building yet. Uh,
No, Calamity's not in the building.
what's that?
Calamity's not here.
Oh, okay, good. He's not here yet.
Ah.
All right, well, Calamity Collectibles will be joining us soon. But like I said in the opening, as you saw from the 10 bell salute, we lost a legend today. We lost one of the greatest artists of a generation, and John Romita Sr. John Romita Sr. Uh, is mostly known for his Spider-Man work, but he was also the art director for Marvel Comics up to like the early '90s,
Hey.
and this is just a loss for me.
Oh man, I didn't know you were gonna have Tom Arnold on the show. He's here. Hold on, let me get him. Put him on.
Tom Arnold. That's an insult to Tom Arnold. Tom Arnold's skinnier than the guy you're bringing on.
Oh shit, that's fucked up. Look at Calamity with a haircut. Everybody, Calamity Collectibles is in the effing building.
What's up?
Hey, Mark. Just started to talk about the amazing legend that we lost today in John Romita Sr. I did the 10 bell salute, did all the sponsors, so you came in at the perfect time. Like I was saying, he's mostly known for Spider-Man, and he was the art director up until about maybe 1994 or 95, maybe. He had his hands in a lot of pies with helping some of the greatest creations of all time, work. But, I'd like to highlight a couple of his covers right now, starting with Daredevil 16. This is the first time that John Romita Sr. actually drew Spider-Man. His first Daredevil work was Daredevil 12. I think it lasted to issue 19 or 20. But this is the first time he drew Spider-Man, and this is a major, major key book for the first Spider-Man and Daredevil crossover. Now, Daredevil first crossed over into Spidey's book in 16, but this is where his Spider-Man work, because then after this, Steve Ditko left like a little bitch, because him and Stanley got into a fight or something. No disrespect to Steve, but he left like a little bitch. And I'll probably get haunted and have something in my room destroyed tonight by the ghost of Steve Ditko. That would be cool.
There's gonna be webs on your balls.
Yeah, I love you too. And then Stan asked John if he can pitch him for Spider-Man, and John volunteered. And his first work on the title is Amazing Spider-Man 39, which is one of the most iconic, maybe the second most iconic John Romita Spider-Man covers of all time. Look at this, man. Green Goblin flying with Spider-Man without the mask on. At the end of the issue, it's revealed that Norman Osborn is the Green Goblin.
Spoilers.
And that Peter and Norman know each other's identities. Mark, have you actually read this issue?
Maybe once.
Yeah. What do you think of John Romita's art?
I tied with Todd. It is the most agreeable art that people grew up with.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing Ditko, but I think to the majority of people, like around my age range and a little older, people, I guarantee more people were reading Romita Sr. and Romita Jr. and Todd.
Yeah, let's see, because like I said, the four most iconic Spider-Man artist in this range. And I know people, you can send me hate mail. I don't give two shits. But it's Romita Sr., Ditko, McFarlane, Romita Jr., and if you want to just go for covers alone, just Scott Campbell. You can probably throw in like a Ron Friends or Roberto Ramos or something like that there in there too, depending on which generation you started reading Spider-Man. But this issue is also reprinted in Marvel Tales 178. And I remember, which, just has a little bit of a different trade dress, but the same basic cover with the goblin flying. Was the unmasked Spider-Man. And I remember buying that Marvel Tales as a kid off the newsstand. So that's when I was really super hooked. I met Sean twice, maybe 3 times. San Diego Comic-Con 97, 98, and 99. He was always very sweet. Always talked to his fans, did sketches. Just amazing human being as well. Now we're going to go to his most iconic Spider-Man cover of all time. Amazing Spidey 50.
Yeah. Can't argue that. No one can argue with that.
Yeah, now, this is the first actual. I'll never forget, in 1986, I bought the Marvel Tales 190, the reprint of this, and then found a mid-grade copy of the actual Amazing Spidey 50 in the first comic book store I ever walked into. Ironically, it was like 3 days after I got diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa, and then I'd be blind at some point in my life.
Oh, so you literally walked into it.
Maybe. Maybe. I may have walked into something, but I was thinking I still had really good eyesight, and I said, "Oh shit, this is the original," and I had money for it. So, I also
nice.
Back in the 90s when they were doing the Marvel convention, they had John Romita and sitting at the show, and I actually got the Marvel Tales version of it signed by both of them, which I may or may not still have. I have to check my PC. But this also is the first appearance of the greatest supervillain of all time, Wilson the Kingpin motherfucking Fisk.
You're really saying bold statement with the greatest supervillain.
He's the greatest supervillain of all time, yo.
Hey, you know what else is being hinted? That this book also has a Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon cameo.
Really?
Yeah.
I would definitely have to reread it and check that out. I haven't read it in a while. I also like that. Also, this issue was also influenced the Spider-Man 2 movie. And, it always gets referenced somewhere. Just, like I said, it's iconic.
It's been referenced, it's been homaged, it's been done multiple times, different ways. I mean, hell, I forgot the Spider-Man issue, but it was in the 90s where it was completely cover swiped, and instead of Spider-Man no more, it was Peter Parker no more, and I loved it.
And that was during the Clone Saga. I think it's Spider-Man issue 53, when they were trying to figure out what they were going to do with Ben Reilly and with the whole Clone Saga bullshit.
That was fun.
Thank God you weren't there during that. You would have just said, "No, I'm done with comics." It was around that timetable during the first crash.
Yeah, that moment where I would have sold an ASM 50 and a 9.8 for like $2,000.
I don't know if we'd go that cuckoo for Cocoa Pops.
Well, what were they back then? Like when the crash happened? When the
crash happened, I mean, a couple $100, if that. Whoever's calling me on my cell phone right now, I'm doing a podcast, so leave a voicemail. Thank you. Now, Mark, when we were talking off camera, when we were doing show prep, you brought up one of Romita's first ever professional works. Can you tell us what the book is?
book is technically, but he was uncredited, but people are speculating that this is the first work. True Secrets number 4.
All right.
There's
And
something.
then you said his first actual work was
All True Crime number 44.
all right. I know we got the image for one of them, and
We have it for both, sir. I just showed True Secrets, right? And then we also have All True Crime.
yes, and these are his first 2 professional works. And as I was doing research today, I did not realize how many romance comics he drew.
Yeah.
Which would explain why when you get the change from Ditko in 38 to Spidey, where you could just see the change just in, like, look at Gwen Stacy from 31 to 38. How she kind of doesn't look all that sexy till when Romita takes her over. This is no disrespect to Ditko. I don't think Mary Jane would have looked as good drawn by Ditko as it does by Romita Sr. Go ahead, Mark.
I was about to say, I would agree with you on that. I think also, this might be another hot take. I think Romita Sr. did a better job drawing Gwen Stacy, too.
Yeah, so he came from a romance comics background. I actually had to get off of eBay because I was about to start dropping money left and right in old school Golden Age romance books because that's my jam. My philosophy is who the fuck is speculating on them right now?
I think people now after this.
I don't know, man. Also, anyone, selling autographed stuff right now, can you please wait 2 weeks? I've already seen a spike in a gluttony of autographed listed. Romita Senior autograph stuff listed as well as sketches. Can we please pay our respects and bury the man first before we start pimping out his stuff on the bay?
Well,
if Mark wants to add, if Mark and I want to add anything to that, by all means.
But to say someone did a John Romita cover show on Whatnot like a few hours ago.
Why am I not surprised?
Guess who did it?
Epic?
No.
Calamity.
No, because Calamity's too much of a plus to go back on Whatnot.
No, I just hate Whatnot. That's right, I said it.
Yeah, him and Dennis from Underworld Comics are forming a club saying they formed the Fuck Whatnot Society.
Yeah, I call it the Circle Jerk Club.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you and him, that would be a perfect circle jerk.
All right, we'll do it in
I guess it's not fun to make fun of Dennis if I don't have him on here. So I'll have to get him back at one day, so he can just yell at us during an hour.
Tell you what, we'll do it in front of the Silver Surfer statue at American Jewelry.
They may have sold that by now. You know what? Well, bring him to New York, and since JH Comic Book still has theirs, Nick and Ron, you're welcome for what me and Larry Johnson, Golden Age, and I are the reason you guys have that in your shop. So you're welcome. We can do it there, and we'll do it live. Well, and then Nick can keep his word that I'm allowed to bring girls, pizza, and a trampoline in the JHU Comic Books in Staten Island, and take the whole place over for a show. But one of John Romita Sr.'s other iconic characters that he had a hand in creating is the awesome powers of the Wolverine. The most homage cover of all time.
And it's not 300.
It's not Spidey 300. This I actually think it's tied at times, but that this is either number 1 or number 2 of the most homage book cover of all time.
I have a somewhat of a hot Romita take, if I'm allowed to say it.
Yeah, go for it.
One of my favorite Romita Sr. covers for Spider-Man is not even a Spidey book. Spidey Super Stories number 1.
What is it? One more time.
Spidey Super Stories #1.
That's a Ramita cover.
That is a Ramita Senior cover.
Learn something new every day. I did not know that. That's actually an undervalued gem. Especially if you can find them in high grade, those books.
And another book he worked on that I like, Unknown Worlds of Science Fiction #1.
Sweet. He also helped redesign the look of the Punisher to what we know today. When they initially brought him the cover for 129, he fixed up the skull on the chest to what we know today.
You mean the one with the swords on it?
No, you know what? We don't. Austin Sauce Radio doesn't recognize that logo. That's the most woke bullshit. Get on one knee. Fucking piece of garbage, jizz, dog shit rag. And so, I mean, to me, the Punisher logo, the death skull on the shirt, was iconic. Controversial, yes. Was it right for it to be put where it was back on that date, which I don't talk about on the show? Nah, but it was a symbol for soldiers and cops to, the Punisher the way it was. And now, if anyone's read that Punisher 12, which came out a couple weeks ago, he doesn't even exist anymore because Marvel doesn't know what they're going to do with him at this point.
Thanks, Mickey.
Outside of the Disney Plus show, which just got announced.
They announced a Disney Plus show?
Yeah. After Punisher Born Again, he's definitely getting his own show. So they probably will bring him back. But, to John Romita Sr., to the family, Romita Jr., our condolences. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for creating a world without so many people would probably not know the people they know because of comics. Yeah. The only reason I have friends like Mark and friends like Al who put up with my bullshit puppet show 1, 2, 3 days a week on this show is because of comics. The beautiful thing about comic books is it puts you into a world where you can be anything, do anything, and learn from them. If you don't give up and you rise above whatever obstacle you have, you can be anything and achieve anything you want in this goddamn life. That's just how it is. I mean, one of my favorite issues of Spider-Man is Spider-Man 33. And my favorite panel, once again, that panel that's homage to death, is Spider-Man lifting the heavy equipment. And he's just thinking of Aunt May and everyone he loves, and he's got to get back to him, and he eventually is able to get the strength to lift it. We can all find that inner strength to lift whatever demons we have and kick ass and take names and live our best lives. So like I said, to the Ramita family, heartfelt condolences and Godspeed. Thank you for the memories. Any final thoughts on this topic before we move on, there, Marcus?
No, I was going to say thank you for the life-changing and impactful stories and art that they put in. And I just want to say another great Ramita cover, in my opinion, which is another an underrated book, because I just remembered that he did this. Spidey Super Story 16.
Wait, what was 16 the bicentennial cover?
No, it's the Jaws cover.
Amazon, stop. What cover was it again?
The Jaws.
All right, that was him too?
Yep.
You know what's cool about that run of Spidey Super Stories? It had some great covers. Because 17, I believe, is the bicentennial cover. But 18 is a very controversial Kingpin cover. Where he's holding miniature models of the World Trade Center. And then, of course, my favorite Spidey super story is issue number 39, the infamous Thanos copter.
I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. You know what's awesome? San Diego, I forget what year they did it. Hot Wheels actually put out a Thanos copter, which they sold out with the quickness that year because I wasn't able to get them every day at the booth. And they go for good money on the bay.
And technically, Spidey Super Stories 25 is the first appearance of Spider-Boy.
Wait, really now? Like, I know there's also a Spider-Woman prototype in Spidey Super Stories too. I just forget the issue number.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah, but why is that technically the first Spider-Boy? This is the first time I'm hearing this.
Because of the evil Spider-Man cover? Because it looks a lot like Spider-Boy's costume.
Really? All right, that may have to go on the list of hidden gems coming to a Pimp in the Long Box article on Comic Crusaders coming soon.
Wait, isn't the prototype issue 11?
I think so.
Because it's isn't like Valerie the Librarian?
Yep. You know, which I think the Across the Spider-Verse version was based on that a little bit.
I've not seen the movie.
Yeah, well, it's not a major spoiler. Like everyone knows she's in there by now.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, you're gonna see the movie eventually, anyways.
Eventually, most likely on Disney Plus or Netflix.
Or wherever they stream it. Because I actually think by the time it comes out, I think all the Spider-Man movies will be on Disney Plus. I just noticed that they had a Spider-Man 1 to 3, Amazing Homecoming, in the first Venom movie on there.
Yeah, people are wanting to get a revival of the Spider-Man 90s animated series.
That would be awesome to the sauce.
I'm questionable about it, and I'll tell you why.
I know, because of certain voice cast members being in the grave.
I just can't think of anybody else for that series to voice J. Jonah, which is the late Ed Asner, Kingpin, which is, in my opinion, the greatest voice actor of Kingpin, which is Roscoe Lee Brown. I can't think of anybody else.
I agree with you, and that you know how I feel about the X-Men animated series coming out in a couple months. You know, the same thing with Cyclops and Apocalypse and all the, you know, cast members of that show that are no longer with us. God rest their souls.
Or choose not to go on.
You know? Let me say this. Let's say if they got J.K. Simmons to come in, because he's now the go-to J. Jonah Jameson for everything right now. If he was to not try to imitate Edward Asner, because there was only one, and he just paid his respects and the voice to the best of his ability, to honor the memory, would you be cool with that?
I would be cool with that.
Because, you know, I would love to see a revival of it, because, you know, those 90 cartoons, Tom Fox, you're welcome, because you wouldn't have all the stuff you have now without it. And B, they were all ended so abruptly. They wanted to go on. That's the reason the way it ended with, you know, with the late, great Joan Lee, as well, you know, as Madam Web taking Spidey to go find the real Mary Jane. There was supposed to be a season 6.
Yep.
And then, of course, everyone ran out of money, and that's what we got. And I can't believe there's a... Mark, you don't care if I spoil this one little cameo, do you?
Go ahead, I don't care.
And that's when we got Spider-Man Unlimited and Fox, like, a year and a half later. And I still can't believe they did a Spider-Man Unlimited cameo in Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, God. It's so bad.
But to be fair, all three of the animated series, all the animated series up to current, all get cameos.
So, 90 Spider-Man,
Well,
Unlimited
actually,
Spider-Man.
all the villains. There's a scene where you see the Insidious Six.
Sure, it's Insidious or it's the Sinister Six.
I believe that and I'm gonna go watch it again on my movie marathon because then we got the Flash. I haven't seen Transformers yet, but I want to see it again in the theater. I'll double check this time around, but I could have sworn they said Insidious 6.
Because remember, they might have to change the name due to censorship, but who knows?
Maybe I have to go back. I was when I saw it in the theater 2 weeks ago. I was surrounded by little Jenny, little son of a bitch, and Jenny, little bitch who at some points in the movie kept them begging their parents to go to the bathroom for more snacks.
So,
and every time they begged for something, they decided they had to kick the fat blind guy in front of them's chair.
Wait, Jenny and Johnny, are you referring to your left and right hands?
No. What you do with your left and your right, because they're your girlfriends, and your private circle jerk with Wonder World comics, love you, Dennis, is your guys' business. All right? And if you want to be the master debater of the comic book community, that's fine, son.
Hey, at least I'm not the comic guy who literally gets butt hurt.
Hey, man. You know, I should thank you for all the free publicity you give Project Pegasus on a weekly basis.
Well, I asked a bit too much.
Well, all right. You know what? You know what you need to do? You need to go to Hunts Point, son. Hunts Point for $20. They'll take care of all your problems. You can get the hookers at Hunts Point to do anything you want.
Why, are you available?
No. But you ever see the HBO documentary, Hookers at the Point?
No.
Can you play that little clip, please?
Come on, make the leche. Look, baby, don't play me. Play loud, okay? You gotta try to come, okay? I'm a nice girl. Don't play me out.
Don't rush me. Money is not everything.
I know it's not everything, baby, but I'm out here working and I gotta pay, okay?
Yeah, Cindy, she not herself unless she's smoking crack. 7 times she got stabbed in the back by a...
Are you smoking crack with the hookers at the point, bro? What the fuck's going on?
I have no comment, and my legal team tells me to plead the fifth.
Oh, I like Action Johnson. It sounds like a pretty dope track, and I remember that documentary. I will never forget the lady that came up with the term "the gum job."
Yep, I think she passed away.
She did.
I think so. I have to do more research. I'm trying to research where any of these girls are at this time of point. As I can't believe the Max, which used to be HBO Max, actually has these on the streaming side. Haven't seen them in 25 years. And I would like to actually, I'm thinking of maybe self-financing a follow-up to it, 30 years later.
Adam at the point.
No, Adam at the Point live at 7-Eleven.
No, I'll just get Slurpee out of the deal.
Yeah, and then you gotta wear a Beanie Baby pimp jacket.
I'll do that. I have enough Beanie Babies to make one of those. Beanie Babies. Another speculation boom of the fucking 90s that had 3 good years, maybe 4. And then are now... Some of them are actually still worth some good money. Maybe one day they'll make a comeback. Like video games and vinyl and VHS. But you get $5 for some of them and you're lucky. I'll never forget that fucking McDonald's promo, man. God rest my grandma's soul. In 1997, the second year that they did it. Oh my God, we would do 4 McDonald's trips a day, 7 or 8 Happy Meals with a clip because she was putting together sets of the stupid McDonald's Beanie Baby Happy Meal toys, which may be making their first appearance for sale at a comic book convention soon. As I got more than one set, and I'm only going to keep one set for sentimental reasons. It's my favorite memory of my grandmother, Mary J. DeAngelis. Mary, I love you. I'm keeping my promise to you. I'm staying as happy as possible and taking care of myself. Everyone, like I said, the moral of this whole episode, if your grandmother is still alive, and this goes out to my new adopted grandmother too, next time I see her, I gotta give her a hug. Hey Nona, hope you're well, love you. Thank you for letting me kidnap your grandson all the time. But if your grandma's alive and you're on good terms with her, give her a hug. Go treat her to some type of food she loves and feel blessed. If you're not on good terms with your grandmother, make peace, make amends, put her back in your life because grandmothers, just like hookers, are angels sent from God. And that's the end of that. That's my favorite memory of my grandmother, who was like a second mother to me, and was my best friend, and is my best friend in my heart. You know, and Mark, you're a fan of Marvel Tales, right?
Yeah.
You believe that it's epic from one comic book dealer to another? Do you think it's an economic way to collect Spider-Man books?
Either that or in trade form.
Because Al, bring up the Marvel Tales 59, please. Because this reprints a Amazing Spidey 78, the first Prowler, what has been blowing up the last couple weeks. So I always think that this is how I collected Spider-Man back in the day. All the issues I couldn't afford or couldn't find in Amazing, I was getting in the Marvel Tales. So this reprints the first Prowler. I showcased last week the issue 71, which reprinted the death of Captain Stacy. There's a McFarlane cover run from issue 233 to about 240-ish. Or 230 something, give or take. That's, always doing money. When they canceled Spider-Ham, they brought Spider-Ham into backups, starting with issue 201. And a lot of these are cheap. If you find them in high grade, get them slabbed because these in high grade are tough. What is your experience with Marvel Tales, my friend?
I buy them and I make money off them.
Yeah, what are some of the ones you do well with?
Another one that reprints AF-15.
Yes, that would be issue 137.
The one that reprints First Gwen Stacy.
I believe if it's the one from the 80s, that's issue 175.
The one that reprints First Kingpin.
Hell yeah, I love that book. That's a money book now. The 190.
The one that reprints ASM 39 because I sold one for $40 because it was a Mark Jewelers.
There's a Mark Jewelers of the 178.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look now. I did not know. Man, there's so many of those Mark Jeweler variants that I think my homies at CBSI or my homies at Cover Price need to make a list of those.
I also sold, when people were speculating on Sinister 6, I sold Marvel Tales 150 for $40.
Actually, I actually got a lot with that in there from our good buddy over at Anthony's Comic Book Art.
Oh, nice. How is Anthony?
Still all right. I mean, I got it off his eBay store. It was a lot of like 8 or 9 issues, but I bought it for the 150. Once again, that's because that's how I bought it when I was a kid.
I know Anthony was at the last show we were at, but
we just didn't have time to get over to talk to him. Once again, Mark and I were at the Clifton Comic Expo on Sunday, and it was a great time. We made some money. We definitely spent some money. Crap.
You.
I'll show it next week, but I picked up a really cool Felix the Cat comic
Oh yeah, that one.
from like the 1920s
30s.
or from the 30s or whatever it was. It was a really cool book, but definitely don't know. I have to buy a bag of more that size and then figure out how I want to list it as grade. I think I'm just going to list the grade is going to be readable.
I'd say 0.5.
So I think that's an insult to a fucking point.
Tell that to CGC when they grade it.
I don't know. I might sell it raw. I want people to enjoy that era of Felix the Cat.
I'm allowed to show one of the cool pickups I got from Clifton. This is a really big key, and I paid next to nothing on it. This is like nearly $1,000 for a 9.8. Spider Boy number 1.
Bullshit. 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 Brought by Calamity Collectibles. Bullshit.
Actually, no.
I'm gonna tell everyone for this Malcolm issue. I'm gonna admit it's awesome. I'm glad that it's getting love. I actually think the current Spider Boy character is gonna be around for a while. I'm gonna say something that's gonna probably get me some hate mail. I think it's gonna be this character has potential to down the road be the next Spider-Gwen or Miles, depending on how they play him up. But I'm gonna say make your money on these prototypes while you can.
Actually, a really good pickup. X-Men 134. First,
that for what you paid for it, that was a good pickup.
And something I got today from they did a Spencer Ackerman signing. Waller versus Wildstorm number 2, 1/25.
Sweet. Here's another book I'm specking on right now. For alternative investments and collectibles, because that's what we do here with Awesome Sauce Radio. We pimp girls, we pimp collectibles, and we turn fantasies into reality all day, every day. Testify.
He's nuts.
But this is the San Diego Comic-Con 2011 variant, the Flashpoint number 1. Now, I think the window to be flipping these is in the next couple days. The Flash movie is getting positive reviews, and people are enjoying it. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with all the different Batman, but this is the first Flashpoint Thomas Wayne Batman. This is where we find out that Barry Allen is such a mommy's boy that he had to go back in time because he wanted his mommy. In a way, gave us one of the best TV shows of the last 9 years. So, I think it also shows that Jeff Jones has some deep-seated, grief, survivor's guilt and grief that he's dealing with because of the loss of his sister. But Flashpoint was a great story. I don't know if I agree with the New 52, but at the time it was a very bold move. And I'm looking forward to see how they do with this in the movie. And this was until they went bankrupt or did whatever the hell they decided to do. This used to be on Cassidy Design's website to about maybe 2 years ago.
I think it was a year ago.
Maybe. I mean, whenever they stopped selling merch on their website.
Or nice things went away.
Oh, I know that sucks because I used to whenever I needed to restock T-shirts. Yeah, okay. But that's how you can tell I cleaned up my closet because I spent like $200-300 on a clip with Cassidy Designs. But yeah, you excited for the Flash, or you just don't give two shits?
Oh, you mean the Reverse Flash Ezra Miller movie? No.
Yeah, pretty much. And like I said, if anyone wants to get something signed by Ezra Miller, I don't know why. Especially since his autograph 3 is like $300, which I don't see it. As some other actors, I would say, hell yeah, cool opportunity. If it's your jam, go for it. But I know Celebrity Authentics is definitely doing a signing with him. CGC partnered up with it.
It's expensive
So
because
go
it
get yours if
includes
that's your
choking.
jam.
It's expensive because it includes him grabbing you by the throat and choking you.
I thought it was he just really needed more sex cult money.
Yeah, I thought so he can finally afford a case of beer without having to shoplift it.
I thought he was trying to buy those underwear of yours that you put on eBay with the guaranteed stains.
I told you not to talk about that on air, sir. And you can't get and you have no proof that those I actually stained those underwears.
It's got your name on it, and it's got a red lightning bolt.
I told the underpant gnomes not to do that shit. I'm gonna fire their asses.
Adam is Captain Underpants confirmed.
No, I'm not. I'm a member. I work for the underpant gnomes.
It's more like you keep telling me at shows you always yell tra la la.
No, at least I don't say suck a lolly like other people we know.
Why? Are you speaking from experience?
No, but I got a present for him eventually. I'm just having a friend of mine draw it up.
Oh, I thought you were gonna show him your lolly.
Yeah. So basically, another thing I want to spec on is I'm going to Contropolis in New Jersey on July 8th.
Good luck.
Well, I'm going there as a fan. And I'm going there because I want to get some stuff autographed by Denise Crosby. Because I had a crush on her as a kid.
You were a kid?
Yeah, well, back when I was a teenager. She had blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits, nice thighs. And she was Lieutenant Yar in Star Trek. And there was this one episode where, Geordie LaForge, the blind dude who flew the Enterprise, he was macking it with Denise Crosby, man. And it was fucking amazing. We're actually, if any girl who allowed me to braille their face, where I just see what you look like with my hands, and I put my hands over your face and look. I learned that from watching Geordie LaForge do that to Lieutenant Yar. So
Adam, do you wash your hands before you do that?
Hell yeah, I use hand sanitizer. I'm a gentleman.
Just want to make sure.
Oh, I thought
you're just disrespectful not to wash your fucking hands.
I thought you just jerk off in your hands and you kind of rub it all together.
Like I said, that's what you and Dennis at World War Comics. Dennis, please return your emails. I'm trying to buy an autographed Stan Lee book from you. Thank you. If that's what Wonder World and you want to do in the Circle Jerk Society, by all means. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the copies of the May 1988 Playboy with a nude pictorial of Denise Crosby in it, which I'm surprised how cheap these are. $10 and under. And I'm going to get this shit signed. Maybe they have CGC witnesses there. And get this in a 9/8. And hopefully get an interview with Denise Crosby for a few minutes, because that would be awesome. I'm gonna go get myself a manicure, so my hands look mint condition 9/8, so I can show her what that one scene in the second episode with Q taught me, and it's because of it I was able to mac on mad girls even before it was just Adam Anthony, not just a comic pimp.
I just pictured you with red nail polish.
Shut the fuck up. And you be quiet too over there.
I'm not saying nothing.
Because everyone wants to be a comedian. All of a sudden lately.
Adam's working it, girl.
That's true.
But Adele.
Nice. But now I have something I need to bitch about. And this goes out to the idiots who executive the CW. Just so we can rest our voices for a minute or two, We're gonna have Al play the trailer.
Which one?
The
Oh,
Gotham,
that thing?
yes, Gotham Knights, Social Heart, yo.
The thing.
It's called
Oh.
Gotham Knights with Olivia Rose Keegan as the Joker's daughter, which is the best thing in fucking television.
Rooms in this place to hook up.
Mom, I swear we were just talking.
Thanks.
Harry, we have a trip together?
Right, sorry.
Oh, somebody broke into the good stuff. Your dad gonna be okay with that?
I don't think he'll miss it. It's questionable choices. Everybody relax. I got this.
Harvey. Turner, it's your father. He's dead. I have to ask you, did you know he was Batman?
You don't have to keep the secret any longer. It must be a relief. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Relief.
My father believed that each of us could become a light and bring a new dawn to Gotham.
Can't imagine what you must be going through. I am going to find who did this.
It's just the latest in an epidemic of violence since the demise of the Dark Knight.
To wonder who will protect Gotham now that Batman is dead.
We have 3 suspects in custody.
Pressure fingerprints on the gun that killed Bruce Wayne.
That's not what happened.
We were paid to break into his office, not kill him.
It's like a museum had sex with a bank vault.
You're just trying to get us to turn on each other.
My brother walks.
I'm trying to get the truth. Are you really the Joker's daughter?
I would like to speak.
Turner, there's one more suspect.
They think they killed my dad because I wanted his money?
Hey, I'm sorry.
Oh, look. It's the Bat Brat.
Well, you haven't figured it out? We didn't kill your dad any more than you did.
They don't care if we're innocent.
Time to pick a side.
I don't know what's going on.
What the hell are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to get these cuffs undone. It's not working. Colin and Harper had no problem getting theirs off.
He's in on it. They all are.
You just made my job easier.
Who the hell are you?
Harry Kelly?
Wait, I know you. From Trey.
So you knew my dad was Batman.
I became his eyes and ears. Called me his little Robin.
We can't prove we're not killers by killing someone. We have to stick together.
Find who really killed my dad and clear our names. Because we all deserve justice. Hunt down these fugitives. They'll be looking for us in every alley, every dark corner of the city. There's one thing they don't have. A bat cave.
Oh my god.
Hey, tell me, you brought the Batmobile, right?
No. My mom's car. Gonna be a tight squeeze. I call shotgun!
Coming and leaving in 2023. Yay!
They might do
You know
it
what?
season 2.
Not being player haters. Save Gotham Knights. Save it. It wasn't the best show in the world because we're so spoiled by comic book based content that we've forgotten things throughout history that truly, without a shadow of a doubt, absolutely positively fucking sucked the monkey balls. I'm not gonna say this was the best show on the planet, but it was entertaining. They took 2 of the greatest comic book stories of all time, Frank Miller and Klaus Johnson's Dark Knight Returns. They married it with Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's, New 52 Quarter Owl, City of Owls run, and they married that stuff into something very entertaining. They also mixed in a little bit of that. Hang on. Amazon, shut the fuck up. Thank you. But, it was done. I mean, we think of it. Due to corporate edict, we have no Batman in the show. Now, I think they wanted to use Tim Drake, but because of Titans, they were told they couldn't use Tim Drake, so they came up with a new character to be the Son. Because Damian Wayne was probably off limits to do Batman Brave and the Bold, or James Gunn being taken over. Right? No harm, no foul. They've been making changes to comic book stock content in movies and TV forever. Yeah, but we have the Joker's daughter, and in episode 11, they actually live actioned the Silver Age, Batman family, Teen Titans, the Lula Dent, the Joker's daughter origin, and gave her the last name Dent in the show. You know, they basically were setting up Arthur Brown to be the Clue Master for season 2. This is probably one of the best interpretations of Harvey Dent since The Dark Knight. But no, everyone, they're being woke, and this is garbage, and we can't be happy with anything, even if we had Jonah Jameson come to everyone's house and suck people's dicks off.
Why, are you sucking people's dicks off, Adam?
No. Well, like I said, what you do in the circle jerk, that's fine.
Hey,
maybe this
circle suck.
Mute his mic for a second.
Don't mute my mic. Mute Adam's mic. He doesn't need it. Unless he's going, which is like after the show.
We'll go cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. No, all go by the red stairs, and we'll all have a big fist fight coming soon. And we'll also beat up some cosplayers from Times Square that are on crystal meth, and have delicious street pretzels afterwards.
Let's do it.
But save Gotham Knights, yo!
No, don't save Gotham Knights.
No, we gotta save Gotham Knights. Do not donate your card today and save Gotham Knights.
Don't save Gotham Knights. Put in the hashtag don't save Gotham Knights.
Now you're gonna save Gotham Knights. Cause you know what? As I was watching this, you know what I've been doing? I've been writing a porn parody for Gotham Knights. Which basically with this show writes itself.
So
especially with the ending scene with Harper Row, who first appeared in Batman #7 and becomes Bluebird in Batman the New 52 #28. And I really think they were going, since Warner Brothers got Deep Six, the Batgirl movie, which would have been amazing because we would have got Brendan Fraser as Firefly. And I think in this show, they're going to make Stephanie Brown be Batgirl just to piss people off. But they're going to make Stephanie Brown and Harper Row lovers. Which was, interesting. There's a porn parody of the show writes stuff in the show. But speaking of amazing and awesome Batman porn parodies,
of course,
we're going to watch the trailer for The Birds of Prey XXX done by Sinister Comics.
We're wasting our time on these coke dealers and muggers.
Find me someone that can kill the fucking birds.
Talia Al Ghul. There's just one piece to the puzzle left.
She knows my father killed her father. It cuts too deep.
And they still compare me to my father.
Who are you to determine the fate of the people of Gotham?
I am God.
Then that makes me the devil.
And that was Birds of Prey Triple X by Sinister Comics. I think that if you go to sinistercomics.com, there's still copies available on DVD, and it's done. You know.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why did they draw the masks on their faces instead of giving them actual masks?
I think that may have been a budget decision because Sinister Comics was owned by Robert Black, and Robert Black was known for being infamously cheap. You know, it may have not also been 100% finished. You know, like the best costumes in the entire porn parody industry is Axel Braun, as far as detail. You know, but there's a trailer I thought I liked it, and I may actually get a copy on DVD and review the whole movie eventually. Yeah, maybe we'll have a watch party. Since Mark wants to, since you want to start the Circle Jerk Society.
You're the one that founded it, dude.
Nope, that was Dennis.
No, it was you, and you also found the Blowjob Princess Club.
You're gonna find me a blowjob princess?
No, you found.
That's a girl out there walking the streets of Hunts Point. She calls herself the blowjob princess.
No, you are the blowjob princess.
Giving
dumb
jobs.
You are also a subsidiary of Dumb Cumpster.
Did you say what'd you say, boy?
Dumb Cumpster.
Whatever. You know, and my last trailer of the night, this is by Dream Zone Productions. I can't believe someone did a porn parody of the Barbed Wire.
Oh dear.
Show the trailer, man. This is actually pretty cool, and this is actually comic book accurate.
Which one? Barbed Wire, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? What is it actually? And I'm getting pegged again?
No.
Yeah, the Peg Zone Entertainment.
The year 2019, the Second American Civil War. The country is a war zone. This is my town, Steel Harbor, a total shithole and the last remaining safe haven in 500 miles. This is where the scum of the West come to collect. The rejects, whores, and the lowlives. I'm their guardian against the night, their fierce protector. And with the cops, and worse, the congressionalists running things, they need all the protection they can get. These are your parents, aren't they? No.
Harold,
Why don't you guys have the same name?
Give us the hooker! I'll blow this place to kingdom fucking come!
We need
take weight.
And then it's 2 years since I've heard from you last?
It's Colonel Pfeiffer, the leader of the revolution. The bad guy.
What the fuck do you mean, Pfeiffer? Pfeiffer's dead. I killed him.
Look like you've seen it go.
No, but I'm about to.
No! God damn it, no!
Oh my god.
What was the bomb? A fucking shake weight?
Yeah, I think so.
It looked
like shake weight.
Like I said, this was fun. It's no worse than the Pamela Anderson Barbed Wire movie.
Yeah,
it might be a little bit better because there was no shake weight.
Yeah, it was nothing but titty for that whole intro for that movie.
That's true, but Barbed Wire may be a documentary at this point with the way we're going in America. I mean, if they predicted 2020, they would have been like halfway right.
Yeah, I ain't fucking going to that rabbit hole.
Yeah, but the cool thing about some of those early barbed wire comics, and I know they brought it back in 2016. Some great, if you're a fan of Adam Hughes, some great covers. And Comics Greatest Worlds, the barbed wire issue, you can still find them in dollar boxes.
Mm-hmm. I bought
Or you
mine
can
for a
find
dollar.
them, or there are 98 signature series Pamela Anderson copies out there in the market too that I've noticed.
Hey, look what he has there for me. What a good guy.
I know.
So, hey, you know, now you were warned that if you didn't show some Conans you got from the for the producer of the show, and there was going to be issues.
Yeah, I got issues.
That's true. You're sitting behind like 400 boxes of them, but that's besides the point.
That is a sexy Conan Universe #1. Holy shit. Oof.
That's such a great book.
Oh, you're putting that on the side. I don't think I got that baby. Ooh, what issue is that?
171.
Yeah, I want it. Want that. Want it. Need to finish it. Ooh, look how pretty that looks. Oh yeah, son. On the sides, brother. Oof. Hell yeah. What? Need that one. Oh, dope. Classic cover. Look at that. Barbarian chain.
What issue is that?
He's nuts.
What was that one with the last one you showed? That's the dope.
57.
Classic. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous. Old school, man. They don't do them like that no more, son.
Nope. All that digital bullshit.
Yeah. Is there any updates on the new Conan movie at all?
Well, I don't know about a Conan movie, but I know that the Red Sonja, I think, is in post production now. So we're gonna be getting that Red Sonja real soon. That was
That's
actually filmed, overseas. So it has that feel. It was filmed out there.
Nice.
I spoke to the director a while back about something different that he was working on, but he gave us some teasers about it. So be on the lookout.
Red Sonja Pig's Blind Adam confirmed.
Blind Adam wouldn't survive a Red Sonja Pig.
I'll take Flavor Flavs. Sloppy seconds in Brigitte Nielsen.
Yeah, but at the end, it turns out it wasn't really Red Sonja. It was actually Thulsa Doom.
Okay. And then we got the new Conan comic coming out from Titan Comics soon.
Yep, in July.
Adam, I am your father.
I would recommend everyone get the D covers on those because the D covers will be homages to old school Marvel covers.
Nice.
So so obviously on the issue 1, it has the homage to the classic Conan #1 on the cover D. Only the Ds have the homages.
And also, that's what it's all about. Double D's and the place to be. Tipping the girls. Yeah, motherfuckers.
Double D's nuts.
I wonder about you sometimes. Mark, we're starting to wrap up. Anything else you wanted to bring up? Especially towards a fellow retailer of ours who relaunched the website recently.
Oh, we're going there.
I saved the best for last, so.
Who did what?
So I got an email, which is like a generic email on Saturday. I got it from the king of Chapter 11 himself, Frankie's Comics.
Oh, where? He's back?
Yeah, he's back. He says, "Oh, we're still going through Chapter 11. Here's our newly designed website, BOGO, which is all the same shit.
Wow.
It's a buy one get one free, and it says, "Oh, we're gonna ship it within 2 days now." That's
I actually looked at the website, and there was no change, nothing fresh about it. It looks like he was just trying to get some marketing off of his horrible experience with Chapter 11. Hey, Kevin Fields, here's a little. I'm gonna school you for a minute. There are only two retailers who deal with exclusive variants that I do not buy from. You know who the number one is? Frankie's fucking Comics. Because your customer service sucks worse than a prostitute in 42nd Street during the Rudy Giuliani administration.
Well, did you
Or the
say,
David Dinkins administration. Pick your pick.
did you just say 40 Sucking Street?
What?
Did you just say 40 Sucking Street?
I said 42nd Street.
You said 40 Sucking Street.
I said 42nd Street. Oh, here we go again.
40 Sucking Street.
I said 40 fucking 2nd Street.
Hold on, I got the voice of God has to confirm this. Did he say?
Yeah,
40
no, you confirm what I said. I said 42nd Street.
Well, I don't know, man. You were talking about sucking a lot. I think you got into the moment, bro.
That's what I thought.
You got into the moment, bro. It's okay, man. You know, you
There's
missed
a
the hookers.
7-Eleven at 42nd Street. All right, so
42nd
don't bite
Street.
me.
He misses the hookers. It's okay, bro. We'll be back one day.
All right, but you know, your customer service sucks. I emailed you because I was going to buy $500 worth of books about a year and a half ago now, maybe 2. And you know, no response, no nothing. So, you know, you don't wholesale to other retailers. You know, you basically half your stock is stale. It's been there for years. And, you know, I'm going to say I wish you the best of luck. I hope you stick around a little bit. But improve the customer service, please. Thank you very much. Mark, what do you have to add?
Oh, the fact that, hey, Kevin, hate to bring you the bad news, but no artist wants to work with you anymore.
Yeah, did you pay Avantal yet? Did you pay him what, the $7,000, the $3,000+ you owe him?
I think it was $6,000 he was owed, and I'm like,
somewhere between 4 and 6. I don't remember the exact amount.
But it's like that's like the number one thing you don't do. You have to pay your artist, Kevin.
Hey, did you pay Penguin Random House yet, Kevin? You know, you only owe them $175,000, give or take.
No,
You can loan them that, can't you?
No, it was $250K.
It's $250. My bad. You know, he owed everyone on the planet something, so it was hard to keep track sometimes. But Kevin, A, the email is hysterical. B, you know, get some originality with your exclusives. We don't need to see another, you know, Marvel character like Venom or Miles jumping a hoop again for 500 times. Let Peach and Moko out of the basement you have her locked in. And just come up with something cool, man. There's other retailers who I'm not going to name, who I love, who do cool shit on a weekly basis. Sometimes twice a week. You know, there's other retailers, you know, like Kevin, who do the same type of variant with a different artist like 900 times. And it's like, why?
Like, can we name a retailer who does really cool shit?
Yeah, why not?
All right, I just want to give a shout out to my man Eddie from Comic Exposure.
Yeah. He's in the sponsorship. Even though we haven't set anything up officially, he's in the sponsorship section of every show now.
Eddie, you are the fucking man.
Comic Exposure is awesome.
Yeah.
Did you saw the latest Wednesday variant he put out, right?
Yeah. I got the gold and the foil, but I don't got the medals.
Okay. Is it accessible? Can you show one of them?
It's like in a box.
Or is it in a box buried behind your bed?
It's in a box buried behind your ass, right under where you keep your tampons and your dildos.
No. So my tampons and my bed are in your room in your apartment now. I'm flattered, bro.
No, you told me to put them in, and I would charge you a fuck ton of rent.
Okay.
I can't go wrong with money. I mean, you're giving me like $69.
Money. Yeah. Money. Yeah. And just to let anyone know who thinks that I'm ragging on Kevin and Frankie's comics, maybe that's only like 2 or 3%. A lot of this is tongue in cheek. Mark and I, deal with a lot of retailers because when I'm not podcasting, I'm making smut, aka porn, or reviewing pizza. I'm buying and selling collectibles, and I just don't like people who, send me pissy emails in return because I want to spend money with them, and don't want to make reasonable accommodations because my Tech for the Blind doesn't support their retail website. But I really do wish Kevin the best of luck. If you have those Rick and Morty blank 41s, I'd love to buy a copy or two. Because the next campaign we're going to start is Bring Justin Roiland back. Mark, would you like to talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, like fucking nothing. Like they're still trying to recast Rick and Morty. It's like he got cleared of the charges. You dumb fucks. Bring him back.
I mean, granted, if innocent to proven guilty actually meant something in America, instead of cancel culture bullshit, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. But no, every feminist, every QZ Sue or Susie, whatever the fuck they call those feminists in the comic book industry.
You mean Mary Sue?
Sometimes you just gotta smack a bitch. And you just have to accept the consequences every now and then. No harm, no foul. But, trust me, there's a lot of domestic abuse where women abuse men that doesn't get reported, so it goes both ways. I do not condemn or condone domestic violence of any shape or kind of abuse. But this is America, where my grandfather, Captain Adamo E. DeAngelo, served and died in the Vietnam War. In the Constitution that he defended to his death honorably, it says innocent to motherfucking guilty. Every man in this country, which I think is becoming a third world country nowadays, and if you disagree with this, bite me, suck my dick, I don't give a fuck.
That's an insult to third world.
But we're innocent to proven guilty, and everyone is entitled to a trial by a jury of 12 idiots, their peers, and evidence, and we testify, and all that good stuff, but not in this cancel culture bullshit, which took Justin Roiland away from his career, something he built from nothing, and he can't even get it back after the charges have dropped and he was proven innocent. Because everyone's got to be a social justice warrior. And God forbid.
Yet they bring back Ezra Miller, who's been proven
guilty. Baffles me. Warner Brothers, man.
Warner Brothers, Hulu, fucking Mike Lazo.
Just some weird shit, man. But where are you gonna be set up at anytime this week?
Maybe tomorrow. It depends if it doesn't have like a sporadic rainstorm, because like it rained really heavily earlier today.
You didn't get caught on that, did you? Because we did. We were bringing the new carpets into the house.
No, I lucked in not.
And that's cool. And we weren't able to get our fucking new patio furniture into the fucking shed in time, so it got wet. But hey, Mark, I want to thank you. Please for being a part of my. Like I said, the whole moral of this episode is to thank the people that bring your life joy when you can. So, Mark, I just want to thank you for being a part of the show, for being a part of my business life, but just being in my life. I can always, no matter how bad of a shitty of a day that I'm having, I can be contemplating doing stupid self-harm shit, and I can always call you, and I can always count on you for nothing less to always make me laugh, put a smile on my face. So thank you for you and your Nona for being in my life.
I want to say the same thing to you, and I also want to thank the person who technically brought us together. Shout out to Silver, everybody.
Yeah, Rydia, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Miss Silver. Return your emails and your calls and update your voice message because Halloween isn't to 3 months. And B, I actually believe that the Lord works in mysterious ways. And your mom and my grandmother both passed in 2012 within a couple months of each other. As my grandmother was April, your mom was September. So maybe maybe up in heaven they were watching us that day and decided we needed each other. You never know.
Yeah.
Maybe they were both looking down at us that day and saying, "Hey, these two would make a good team." Because, and then of course I want to thank Al for being in my life. Al, I want to thank you for believing in my vision and to help me grow from a audio only thing, which was, when I look back at some of my early podcasting career, I like to forget about, to help me grow, not both professionally, but also personally. And whenever I'm having a bad day, the two words that ring in my head is stay positive. So I thank you for being a part of my life as well, brother.
Always gonna be here, kiddo. Keep rocking.
Yep. And with that, I'm going to say, once again, this whole episode is a tribute to John Romita Sr., one of the greatest Spider-Man artists of all time. And to the Romita family, once again, our heartfelt condolences. Everyone in the comic book fam. Yeah, Comic Time, I'm stealing that. And I'm kidnapping your dad next week for an hour. But the comic fam, if you have fond memories of John Romita, share them on all the social medias and just show some love to the Romita family during their time of need. And remember, you don't need sight to have a vision. It's not what happens to you, what you do about it. Keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the gold. Blind out them out. Love you guys.